It is getting hot in here. It is always a great time when this guy shows up. Charlie Vogelheim has now stopped by the dealer eProcess booth 3901W here at NADA 2026 in Las Vegas, baby. And we don't know what we're going to talk about yet, but he said he can talk about anything, didn't you?
Oh, I'd be happy to. So, not too much. Let's not get too much into science or anything like that.
Oh, no, we're going.
Very excited to be here and here in the West Hall, and amazing things with amazing things going on.
I mean, NADA is always a fun time. And I got to say, this one might be one of my absolute favorites, if not my favorite, because I really feel like this is a very well-attended event, not to mention the weather outside is beautiful.
Wow, that's nice. But we're inside. I wanted to tell you, this is my 40th. I first came in 1986.
That's not mathematically possible.
Well, it could be.
Because you are only 45 years old.
It could be my 41st century. But it's a bit amazing because, 10 years into my career, this thing called the internet came along.
What's that?
And so 30 years ago, we were all at this convention and we're thinking, okay, this is going to affect us. This is going to be different. Not sure how, not sure why. Need to know, need to learn. And it is so similar right now with AI everywhere throughout the
building. Very good point.
Well, and the thing is, again, the advice I certainly have is learn it. Do it at home, do it at business, but there's all the cautionary tales, like don't get too deep into it. Don't get locked into something. We're still not at the point yet where I perceive there's going to be a little bit of a shakedown, maybe a little bubble bursting here and there.
Wait. You're expecting bad things to happen.
Not bad things. It's just a matter of, did we reach too far left or right, and a resettling. It happened with the internet. I mean, that's the lessons learned from history. And so just to expect that, I think, would be prudent. And
not everyone has been in the auto industry for 40 years, Charlie Vogelheim.
It's a word. But no, I just mean it was a transition that we were deeply ingrained in. I was the editor at Kelley Blue Book at the time, and oh, by the way, Kelley Blue Book celebrating their 100th. So I'm wearing the colors just because it's
really?
It's 100.
Wow.
Yeah. They started in 1926, so that was before the internet. By a little bit, but so here we are, and again, it's fascinating. And I got to tell you, Eliana, I was here a month ago for the CES, the Consumer Electronics Show.
Oh, yeah.
So the initials AI.
That's not like specifically automotive, though.
It's become the automotive show of the year. So there's a number of journalists that we show up that first week because, and again, nothing against the Detroit Auto Show or others, but auto shows that used to be press events are more, car and dealer events, which is fine. That's the nature of media that's changed. We can see new makes and models on the internet, but what comes together here is the technology. So what we saw here, that might affect the cars of tomorrow is, again, the autonomous car features. Waymo is here. There was half a dozen cars that are talking about fully autonomous vehicles.
Okay.
And I know.
Did you sit in them? Did you try them out?
We've driven them. Zoox is flying the streets here in Las Vegas, and that's a free ride, and that's one of the more modern ones. They're in San Francisco, and I mean, we're at the point now where Waymo, 100 million miles fully autonomous. So now, what does that mean to the dealers? Well, I mean, these are vehicles. They need to be serviced. They need to be, there's aspects of any form of mobility that the dealer just has to be aware of and think, how do I fit into this picture here?
Was that the coolest thing you saw at CES?
Well, there's that. There's some very cool personal things, but we'll stay on transportation for a minute.
When you say personal things, like what? Like razors?
Yeah. Like appliances that are shaped like panda bears. The good stuff that everyone's shopping for.
That makes a great gift.
Exactly. Because what homeowner doesn't like you coming up with a washer and dryer shaped like a panda as a housewarming present? Thanks for dinner. Hey, so yeah, the amazing thing, and these are, we're seeing a bunch of those features already with the ADAS systems, and then everything leading up to this conference has to do with complexity in cars, cost, and insurance, things like that. But going back to that, then the other aspects are electrification. We saw some great motors. We saw some new battery technology, sodium batteries.
Are they going to have batteries that can go further than 300 miles?
Seriously, any of the battery development affects all of our life. I mean, it's our phones, it's our cars, it's our computers, it's our watches. So the battery development, I think, is fascinating, just a fascinating thing to watch. And then the other aspects had to just do with stuff. And, you know, I wear this
What do you mean stuff?
stuff like flying cars, you know.
Okay, for those of you who don't know, and I think it's on the screen here, you are the host and pilot of the flying car. What is the
That was a
flying car?
radio show in San Francisco where it talks about the transformation of transportation. So again, where we're headed, you know, maybe what's being developed in Silicon Valley and things like that. So to me, it's an end game. I have a pilot's license, and to me, once we get to the flying car, this whole business is done. We're all finished. All these people can pack up and go home. We'll just fly around.
I gotta be honest with you. I know that there's somebody out here who is actually giving away a flying car. I'm worried about this whole flying car business because people cannot be trusted on non-flying cars.
Right.
So what do you think is going to happen when flying cars come to be?
It'll be fun to talk about.
Havoc in the air.
No. So again, I actually had worked for the FAA in a period of time.
Yes,
so what we're gonna do?
Wait. I would trust in a flying car. You have a commercial pilot.
That would be a wrong thing to do.
Stop. You just told me you worked at the FAA. I didn't know that about you. I've known you for like 15 years. Okay. Listen. I would trust in a flying car. Folks, I wouldn't trust any of these folks in a flying car.
It's going to be fully autonomous.
Nor should I trust them.
They're not going to be driving. They're just going to be passengers. So, again, it's going to be a flying car. They're not going to allow them to pilot it. No, that would be crazy. So it's going to be autonomous.
Yes, it would be crazy.
I just told them about driving around in a car autonomously. They're not going to let them go up into the sky. So that'd be something. Yeah.
No, they have the flying cars that they have right now.
Those are recreational. That's the motorcycle version of an automobile. So
it's recreational.
Yeah,
okay.
Sure.
Cars are recreational.
Well, no. I'm sorry. It's like the motorcycle version of it. So it's the one that you kind of go out and, you know, jump into trouble with.
Like this right now. I don't get him. You want people who you don't trust behind the wheel of a car to actually go up in the air, and instead of it being a 2D thing that you could get into 3D, 4D, yeah.
Just out there having fun.
I think it'd be a great idea.
Yeah. Well, you know, again, it's all technology. Wright brothers, nobody was standing at the beach going, "What are you doing up there?" So it's like, come on. How else are we going to progress?
Don't hit me with reason, Charlie Vogelheim.
I know. I don't know what I was thinking. I'm over that now. But, you know, going back to just, you know, a couple of the other things that we're seeing in this whole growth of transportation, which is amazing. As it trickles down with some of the equipment and some of the technologies, I have to tell you, before I saw you here at the show, I was at the APSA conference, which is the finance conference that precedes this. You know, this dealer show is so important to this entire industry and obviously all the aspects of it, finance and insurance. The biggest concern, or one of the biggest, is affordability.
Sure is.
How much do these cars cost? How much do they, you know, and then how much does it cost to insure them? So it's not just the cost to buy them, but the cost to own and operate them.
I was just saying, I mean, it's one thing car prices went up this amount, right? But I feel like the car insurance prices went up this much.
And costs of repairs because they're laden with these sensors and things like that. So going back to the show that was here preceding us, there were a number of Chinese cars on display that cost a little bit less. They're not sold in the United States. Again, awareness to, you know, just every American dealers to be aware of what products are out there. They're being sold, you know, along the southern border in Mexico. And now Canada is allowing tens of thousands to be sold in Canada. So we're surrounded with these vehicles that the rest of the world is experiencing. And they're pretty advanced. And they're not just electric cars. People think that, but the majority of the Chinese cars have an internal combustion engine.
Okay.
But they're highly developed with their autonomous features. And it's a changing world. Is what's happening.
Okay, and I'm not downplaying the importance of autonomous cars. I'm not, because it's a very interesting development in transportation. But they haven't been without controversy either. I mean, we have heard of some mishaps with driverless cars. Does that concern you at all?
No, because any mishap concerns me. But right now we have 40,000 deaths a year in the United States with the drivers, and it's not changing. Partly because the size and shape of our cars are changing. They're getting bigger, flatter in the front. So a lot of the injuries and deaths now are occurring outside the vehicle, where they, you know, because we're kind of well protected inside. with airbags and side impact and things like that. So I don't, anything that will lead to safety. Let's just say we cut all of the deaths in half. That meant autonomous cars were still running into 10,000 people. That would be bad. I mean, that's not acceptable, but it's 10 or 20,000 less than we're getting now. It's a win. I mean, I'm not going to zero. I would be nice, but we're moving around. I mean, we have individual transportation. We're moving down the road. There's an inherent danger in that. So the best we can do is, how much safety can we imply? Now, one of the
Dodge
studies,
and weave.
yeah,
Dodge and weave.
interesting thing from a dealer standpoint, I saw, when shared rides came out, so Ubers and Lyft,
Okay.
talked about a great reduction in vehicle ownership when that occurred. Hasn't happened yet. It hasn't happened yet. It might happen with the autonomous cars in the city centers, in the urban centers. Don't foresee that happening in rural for some time.
Yeah, and I think there was also some talk at some point of the younger generation not buying cars as early as, and that turned out to be nothing either.
Well, it was true, and you said it correctly. Not buying as early, but buying them eventually. So it was a delayed purchase, is what happened there. Because again, once you have a family, you really see the need to have your own vehicle to run errands and live life the way you want to. So
But
again,
people were Ubering.
They were.
They're Ubering, and they're like, what do I need to buy a car for? It's expensive and it has really expensive insurance.
But when you have the kids in the car, or you're going from point to point to point shopping or running errands, then that doesn't work quite as well.
No, yeah.
So that's something. Now, again, autonomous. Maybe we get to the point. They showed a car here that you could buy. Tensor just came out, and you could
so you could buy an autonomous car and then
they had it on display.
Take me to the airport.
Hate to point that out. At this point right now, you pretty much do that with a Tesla. But we won't get into that as much as saying this Tesla, it could drop you off, and then the lights in the front go on and say Lyft or Uber on it, and then it goes to work for the day. And then he comes and picks you up at the end, and you go, "Hey, how was your day?" Well, whose pizza is this in the back?
It seems like a very good investment.
Yeah,
I don't know. All of a sudden, you could persuade me on this.
Yeah. So anyway, changes and things like that are happening. But,
change is scary, though.
Yeah, but the biggest change, the biggest scary change, I think, is right here, right now, at a company like yours with AI. So, because what does that mean? I mean, it in not only in terms of, again, services provided and competence and is it going to make my business more affordable because I don't have to hire as many people, or is it going to increase profits because all of a sudden I'm doing things? I mean, it's just all of the different aspects of that.
Yeah, I think where we focus, Dealer Process is focusing their AI efforts on is taking large amounts of data and putting it to work, making it work for the dealer. And so on the website end, we take the AI, we use the AI to look at one shopper's overall internet experience and say, okay, this person is shopping for a car, but they want these features and they want this. And oh, by the way, they're very price conscious. Right. So let's show them these cars. Don't show them the $120,000 convertible. Right. That's not what they're looking for. You know what I mean? So making
the margin is. Oh, sorry.
But making it personal to that particular shopper, getting them closer to the sale.
Right.
So that if you and I go shopping for different cars, but on the same website, should we have the same experience? If you're shopping for a truck and I'm shopping for a convertible, should we have the same experience? Should we be shown the exact same coupon? Or
no,
we shouldn't.
Was that the right answer?
That's why we use AI. That's how we use AI.
Well,
and make the data work harder for you.
What we could do, I mean, what you said that was great is taking the data, because again, all the dealers have data.
It's just,
wait.
This is what AI is good at. They take a large amount of data and just make it.
But
what can you get from it?
But the data, the dealers need to understand their data is the best data.
Yes, it is.
So if they can keep their hands around that, put that to work for them, then they're doing the best they can.
Jump onto it. First party data. Yay! Okay. So before we move on, because we have hit.
I've got nowhere to go. I'll be here all day.
I never like saying goodbye to Charlie Vogelheim, but somebody else has to come on.
Yeah.
Apparently. But before I let you go, first of all, this is a lovely outfit, but I kind of like the sequins. I miss the sequin jackets.
I only wear those out at night.
No, you don't. You're a liar.
Okay.
But listen, I've been asking everyone, and I'm going to ask you too. In your opinion, Charlie Vogelheim, with your vast knowledge of the automotive industry and deep, deep years worth of experience, let me ask you, what do you think, Charlie Vogelheim, that dealers should be focusing on or really concentrating or make it a goal to do so that they see more success in 2026?
Well, and again, I know it's been said, and I'll overemphasize artificial intelligence in terms of around the data. Not, I mean, and again, coming to the CES show, I saw toothbrushes that say AI. So the initials AI are being attached to things that are computerized.
I don't know
I
if I
don't.
need an AI toothbrush.
No, you don't. Well, but we'll talk about that later. Hey, but so this really is a transitional time that we're in. I mean, it really to focus and pay attention to that and to understand what that truly means, what the tools are, and here and I'll say it, if you have somebody that's smart in doing it, follow along, but do it in your personal life, do it in your business life. You see how your kids are using it, see how your friends and neighbors are doing it.
AI is your friend?
Well, think about it again, and I'm going back. I know I'm going back 30 years, but when the internet came out, everybody could. Oh, did you check out that World Wide Web thing, or that information superhighway, or how did you know how tall Mount Everest was? You just looked it up. What does that all mean?
Thank you for saying Everest. I like that.
Yeah. So, well, I'm just saying that again, who knows? Here's an example. Someone opens their phone, goes to ChatGPT, and says, tell me what car I need. Tell me where to buy it and how much I should pay for it. And then they're just waiting for the answer. Now, hey, dealer, how do you become part of that conversation? So that's what you need to understand. If all of a sudden they're just looking at their phone, their device, or whatever it is, and just chatting to their AI Claude or ChatGPT or whichever service they're using, and their conversation is like that, what people are doing now, just getting advice from a voice on their phone. You need to be a part of that conversation. You need to be one of the ones that says, hey, if this is a great vehicle and this is the dealer that has the best reputation or has the best prices or has the best service or, supports the community or all the different things that dealers do, that gets lost sometimes in the conversation. So that's what my advice is.
You heard it from
very easy.
The automotive industry legend, Charlie Vogelheim. I know. Applause.
No, people ran away.
It's not running. All right. It's time for me to say farewell.
Thanks so much.
I know.
Pleasure as always.
I adore you, Charlie Vogelheim. You're one of my favorite people.
You need to get out one.
You didn't bring me any cinnamon candies this time. So
okay.
I'm going to hold it against you.
Right.
Okay.